luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
For Valerie, with a bit of space to line one up and score an absolute cracker. Southampton are digging in the relegation scrap and have.
Hey guys, and welcome back to episode number 16 of the FIFA 19 Uprising career mode here with me, Rooster Waddle. As you can see, that the first thing that we're going to do is play our first ever FA Cup match here against Northampton Town at home with our second team. Obviously, our second team is mostly made of players such as our youth graduates, such as Smith, Rafferty, you got Phillips, and all the other fringe players like James, who hasn't got a lot of time this season, Daniel James, Sam Gallagher, and so on, as well as Ojeda, our Scout Future Star. As you can see that we are lining up our team as so. Also, we got Eric Garcia and Billy Cook. Obviously, Billy Cook is obviously going to line up as our captain in today's game against Northampton in the FA Cup. Obviously, one of our biggest prospects, our brightest prospects here. So you can see I also look at Rafferty, because also Rafferty is an exciting prospect. An exciting prospect player. You guys are going to find it out later as I train him to be a 60 rated player. I do find out he is actually an exciting prospect, although it did show he has an 88 to 94 potential, I'm pretty sure. So I was kind of disappointed to find that he was only an exciting prospect, but we could use the potential loan glitch to glitch out his potential to potentially, see what I did there, increase his potential has a potential to be special tag. As you can see that we are heading in to our first of 5 games in this episode against Northampton Town here at the St. Mary's. So obviously, as I said before, massive changes for our side here against Northampton in the St. Mary's. Liam McGuinness is making one of his first senior debuts, 6'6" or 7" centre back from Ireland. What a tall beast of a man. Also has an exciting prospect tag, I'm pretty sure, or showing great potential, I don't really remember. This is Northampton's side. I mean, I think Sean Facey did at number 2. I think he used to be a former Man City Academy player. Obviously, ended up in Northampton's team there. But regardless of that, we're about to kick off our first of 5 games in this episode. This surely should be a victory for us, but you guys are about to find out what's going to happen in the first game of this episode, as we're about to kick off the game just in just a sec with Sam Gallagher on the ball. And yes, we do. First highlight of the game falls to us 5 minutes in. Bailey, I don't really remember his name. Liam Bailey finds it into Eric Garcia. Last season, we started him from Man City. Eric Garcia finds it back into Bailey, who finds it into Alberto Soro, and the man who doesn't get a lot of opportunities took his opportunity here early on and hit the post. Obviously, last season he scored a goal against Fulham in the FA Cup fixture. I'm pretty sure it was, yes. And here he couldn't. He turned it against the post and still 0-0. 9 minutes in though. 4 minutes after that, we have another chance. It finds to Daniel James. Daniel James finds it through to Alberto Soro, who hits the post again. Once with his right foot on the volley and once with his left foot from 6 yards out. But the highlight still rolls here, as we potentially have another chance. Lafferty, not Kyle Lafferty, that's the actual player from Scotland. I think it's Luke Lafferty has a chance and almost forces a goal here, but Connell with a nice backpedaling save there to tip the ball over the bar and keep it 0-0 here between the League 2 side and us. I'm actually not sure if Northampton are League 2 side. I think they are League 2 side, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me down below. Nonetheless, Liam Bailey has a chance and whips it in again. And I think it was Alberto Soro. No, it wasn't. It was Sam Gallagher and Alberto Soro. Sorry, Sam Gallagher's shot denied by the goalkeeper, and then Alberto Soro hits the post again. So how unlucky is it from him? But also that Alberto Soro has the ball, finds it into Daniel James, the Welsh international. I mean, not in this game, but in real life, finds it into Alfie Jones, whips it in. A brilliant touch and take it down by Sam Gallagher. The defender couldn't get it cleared, and Sam Gallagher, the out of choice striker, number 15, the young real life academy graduate from Southampton, finds the ball in the back of the net. So the tall number 15 striker makes it 1-0 for Southampton here in the FA Cup. So he takes his chance there and makes it 1-0 to us. Daniel James has a chance though. 56 minutes in the second half. The ball finds itself to Alberto Soro, finds it down to Alfie Jones. The man who we're trying to get rid of finds it into Alberto Soro, who still have the ball. Sam Gallagher somehow manages to get the ball back, and another scrappy goal. We double our lead here with another scrappy goal in this game. Sam Gallagher doubles his score tally in this game and doubles our tally here in this game to make it 2-0 against Northampton here in the FA Cup. Look at this for a nice side-winding finish, into the bottom corner. Brilliant curling finesse shot in that bottom corner. No chance for Connell in goal, and that's exactly what it showed there. We have a chance, though, in the 92nd minute, potentially. The ball finds itself into Philip Murphy, who finds it through to O'Day, our new the signing we bought in the January transfer window. O'Day was through on goal. I tried doing something to beat the keeper, kind of get him off guard. It really did nothing, and it made O'Day kind of look stupid there, and a number 31... it's actually his debut. Couldn't score here in St. Mary's to make it 1-0 and 3-0 and potentially get his first goal in Southampton colours, as we almost get the third there as Connell denies us. But regardless of that, that will end it for the game. So that little piece of play there at the end actually was a perfect refraction of what the entirety of the game looked like, with a bunch of pinball in the box moments. In this game happened obviously to us, fortunately was to us, and helped us score the goals to win the game. Regardless of that, we returned back to Premier League action immediately after that game. I think that was a Wednesday night fixture. Regardless of that, not Wednesday night fixture, it was a Wednesday evening fixture. We returned into the Premier League exactly after that to face Watford. Watford obviously in this series. Remember the reverse fixture, and especially the 2 games last season. They aren't an easy they're not easy opponents for us. We've been really struggling against Watford and this save in general. So will we be able to break that duck against Watford? Will we be able to potentially get 3 points, a critical 3 points after in the last episode? We kind of struggled, and we kind of saw ourselves slipping away from the Europa League spots. Obviously, those are the spots that we're aiming for this season. We're trying to get those Europa League spots. The board wants us to get to those Europa League spots. So the question is, can we do it? If we get over 3 points here, we're definitely back in the picture. That's the question that is on everyone's lips here today. Will Southampton be able to do it? You're about to find out. First chance of the game falls to us. Mario Lemina with a brilliant step over to beat his defender. And Alex McCarthy, the goalkeeper we sold to Watford, with a sensational save there to deny us. So the Englishman denying the Gabon international and the former Juventus midfielder from finding the opening goal here in this game against Southampton. Regardless with that, Mario Lemina, the same man who took the shot, will whip the ball in and finds it into Stephen Bornau. And Stephen Bornau, the man who we signed for a very cheap fee last season, who's really struggling to grow in general. He's a young centre back struggling to grow. Regardless of that, the 73 rated centre back, 6'4" or 5" Belgian, we signed from Anderlecht last season, gets his second ever Southampton goal and his first ever Premier League goal to give us the 1-0 lead here. So brilliant leap from the back there. Stephen Bornau gives us the lead, but Che Adams, our top scorer in this for us this season, couldn't score there. Hits the crossbar. Currently on a bit of a scoring duck. Everson's being called up to the national team by me, of course. Kind of in a scoring duck. Couldn't really get the goals in the last episode. Actually, didn't get any goal in the last episode. Because of that, Watford were through on goal. 36 minutes in, and Angus Gunn denying him there. As you can see, halftime falls. And obviously, Stephen Bornau is the man, is the talking point of that halftime. A brilliant contribution there from the back for the big Belgian beast to get his head on that and give us the lead. Watford have another chance though. Will Hughes finds it inside. Back to Will Hughes at the Sergi Heinrich. And another chance denied there by our big 6'7" English goalkeeper Angus Gunn, who's definitely looking to be in the England fray as he denies another chance here for Watford. Jared Bowen, as you're about to see, is going to partake in one of the weirdest bits of gameplay you're going to ever see on FIFA 19 career mode. The ball whipped in from him after a sensational bit of skill to find the space to whip the ball into the back into the front post. And what was Uri, the former Athletic Bilbao center back, doing with that? He chests it into his own goal and doubles the lead for us. Regardless of that, we're going to make a mistake. Angus Gunn with another brilliant save. The ball whipped back in, and it's going to be a goal for Gerard Deulofeu. And so that's a bit of piece of karma for us, as we do get a lucky goal, but Watford get a goal back after, actually with Roberto Pereira, after we make a foolish error in the defense. We try playing it from the back and we concede a goal. How many times have we done that this season? We're showing that again here. Wendy Chang comes in as a substitute for Che Adams. As a fantastic piece of skill, finds it into Joe Bryan, who cuts back into, actually it wasn't for Che Adams, I think it was for Mason Mount, into Che Adams, and what a turn by Che Adams. That was a sensational turn on the half to find it into his right foot and pokes it past Alex McCarthy. And you can see what it means to him. He gets a goal, finally breaks a duck after the last episode, and Che Adams, our number 10, is so excited from that 86th minute clutch there from Che Adams, a former Birmingham City man. Something to add here as the game ends 3-1 to us against Watford. We finally beat our struggling duck here against Watford. As we get into the transfer deadline day, not signing anyone, but as I was going to say, talking point here. In real life, Che Adams is about to move to Southampton for a £15 million fee, as in real life I think he scored 19 goals in all competitions for Birmingham in the Championship. Do you guys think that is a value is the right evaluation fee for a man of his capabilities? Che Adams scoring 19 goals in the Championship. I don't know if 19 goals gets you a £15 million pound because I mean last year David Brooks on for 12 million and he barely had any contribution anywhere near that. 15 million pounds for a 19 league goal player in Che Adams kind of seems unfair, you must say. But regardless of that, we head into our third of 5 games in this episode as we face West Ham. West Ham with a bit of a controversial change as they put in Nathan Trying goal potentially instead of putting in Fabianski. But regardless of that, we will not complain as we line up with the same exact team that we had against Crystal Palace, with Tom Kearney in there instead of Jared Bowen. Crystal Palace, Watford, sorry. As the first highlight of the game does fall to West Ham here. The ball finds itself out wide to Felipe Anderson. As the ball as he tries to take a shot, it's saved by Angus Gunn, but Jan Bednarek, the Polish international, intervenes by tackling Felipe Anderson. And if you ask me, look at this from here, from this angle. If you ask me, this should not be a foul. He already took on the shot and he just stood there. But regardless of that, the referee gave it. I didn't really complain. And Yarmolenko in real life had an absolutely crappy season. Stepped up for West Ham. The number 20. We tried to send him the wrong way, and he did fall under pressure, crumble under the pressure, misses the goal, hits the post. And regardless of that, West Ham we have a chance to play from the back. Matt Target here holds it on, finds it into Tom Kearney. Tom Kearney looking to attack here, get an attack ourselves. West Ham though win it from the back into Marko Arnautovic. A counter attack here from West Ham. Felipe Anderson ends it past an flailing Angus Gunn, who saved almost everything that has been chucked at in this episode, but couldn't really do anything about that. Not his fault. Again, us trying to play from the back came out to be showed to be a lousy mistake from us. We should be a lot more composed, a lot more smart about the decisions that we take once the ball falls to us from defensive positions. But we give the ball away, and it's 1-0 to West Ham. Regardless of that, they have another chance. 24 minutes, a couple minutes after their goal. As the replay, the highlight is still running here. Noble and Arnautovic with sensational tiki-taka football. We would never expect this total football from West Ham. But their captain, Mark Noble, the number 16, their loyal Mark Noble, with a sensational strike to find the top corner there, as West Ham double their lead. We have a chance to whip the ball in, but things were going to go worse. So from bad to worse here in this game. Marko Arnautovic finds himself through, and Bornau scored in the last game. But he turns into the devil here. Not into the devil, he turns into the bad guy. From hero into the villain here. Bornau gets himself a red card. As you can see, the first thing I do after that red card is change the tactics. I was thinking to myself at the time, I was like, okay, this is a game we need to get 3 points. We did it against Watford. We need to get at least a point. That's exactly what I was trying to do. You're changing the formation, leaving Højbjerg to be the only center mid in the middle, but I knew with his qualities, he could deal with that center mid by himself. He doesn't need anyone else. And 51 minutes in, exactly as the second half starts, we bring in Wang Yi Cheng, who makes a difference as he makes it 2-1 after the deficit, and definitely bringing us back in this game. 84 minutes though, we have another chance. Ball finds into us. The ball here with us. Sorry, Tom Kearney down the byline into Wang Cheng hits the post, and Diogo Jota couldn't steer it in. Diogo Jota couldn't steer it in. We have a corner though. The ball will be whipped to us. For us. James Ward-Prowse in there. Into Billy Cook. Could he be the hero? He did it against Tottenham. Could Billy Cook let a ripper here? Nathan Trott with a save. 88th minute. Will West Ham have one more chance? We intercepted. The ball finds itself to Wang Cheng, who looks for the piece of skill. The ball finds it to Fabian Balbuena. Things aren't looking good. It's pinball here in the center of the park. As the ball finds itself now to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Finds itself to Tom Kearney into Wang Cheng. The ball finds itself back into Che Adams. And wouldn't you believe it? Che Adams, cometh the hour and cometh the man. And this man has shown it all season long. Che Adams, our number 10. The young Englishman, the man who's been called up for the national team, with a sensational sidewinding volley. Look at the curve to be Nathan Trott. Not any goalkeeper was going to get anywhere near that. And obviously it was going to be him in the 90th minute to score such an audacious effort to give us the draw in this game. A critical draw after we got down to 10 men. Only 27 minutes into the game. Obviously, Che Adams is the talking points in this game, but what a sensational piece of play there at the end. Che Adams giving us the point, a critical point, as we're still in that Europa League talking point as the season progresses. As February goes further and further along, we face in our 4th and out of 5 games in this episode against Crystal Palace here at home. Last game, obviously at home. The 2 games we played here at home have shown to be shown to have pretty decent results. I mean, we did beat Watford and we did beat Northampton Town. So what is it going to be here against Crystal Palace as we host him here at home in St. Mary's? Last time when we faced them in the alternating fixture, we beat them 4-3 in an absolutely melodramatic, sensational, almost scripted display from both teams. A brilliant game from the neutral point of view. 7 goals in that game, as it was a back-to-back game. If we're going to get anywhere near that, it will be a pretty sensational game nonetheless for the neutrals. But that's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for a sensational game. We're looking for the 3 points. That's exactly what we're looking off from the get-go. As you can see, the first chance falls to us into Mason Mount, and he usually scores those chances. 60 minutes in, our young midfielder couldn't find the back of the net. As we have another chance here in the 34th minute. The ball finds itself into Mason Mount, who's looking to create chances as he's done all season long, into Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who waits for the run of Holgate. He finds it into Jota. Jota holds on for the ball with a brilliant piece of skill moves to find it with the cutback step over into Mason Mount, and potentially the bargain of the season for us here as he gets us the 1-0 goal. He's been so critical here with headers. He scored, I think it might be his 3rd goal with a header. I'm not really sure. He scored one against Chelsea and he scored one here, but you never expect Mason Mount, especially a midfielder with his capabilities, to be good with his head. But he puts his noggin ahead of that and gives us the 1-0 lead. But we have a chance 50 minutes in. Tom Kearney is never going to be stumped when he's put in front of goal like that. Never ever. He's scored so many goals from that left-hand side. Dribbling through. I was thinking to myself, maybe next season we're going to sell this man on, but I just can't. He's just so critical. When you put him one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he has just such great shot power and accuracy and overall shot attributes that he just will find you the back of the net every time. As also Tom Kearney here gets his 5th goal of the season. So a brilliant contribution from both the midfielders. Let's look at this. Another chance for us falls, and it's already 3-0. Che Adams is on absolute fire. 3 goals in 3 games here from our number 10 as he finds it with his left foot. Brilliant piece of skill to beat his defender. Gets his 23rd goal of this season. Crystal Palace with a chance. Face through with Angus Gunn, and he's been absolutely the player of the episode. James Forrest, who in real life has been sensational for Celtic, put through 1-on-1 against our big English beast in the form of Angus Gunn. Denied again and keeps the clean sheet again. We have another chance though. Ball finds itself to Mario Lemina into Ward-Prowse. Look at this total football that we're playing. The last game obviously was West Ham was playing total football. Now it's us playing total football And Pierre-Emile Højbjerg adds his signature shot and signature celebration, heading to the substitutes to celebrate as he gets another outside of the box shot. This guy and his outside of and his insane long distance shooting stats are absolutely incredible. As you can see, another goal from outside of the box, and that was, look at that movement on the ball. No chance for Guaita in goal. Che Adams didn't even look at the ball heading into the back of the net. Just went immediately to celebrate with his skipper. As Crystal Palace have one more chance. The ball finds itself into Cordoba, and it's again Angus the Giant Gun. So Angus the Giant Gun denying him again another really insane with his finger. It looked like he almost in real life could have fractured it, but Angus Gunn the Giant does not break bones. He breaks others' bones and breaks others' hearts, as he's done here as well, denying two clear-cut chances for Crystal Palace. If it wasn't for him, the game could have potentially finished 4-2 and otherwise might have looked a bit different in overall. Regardless, we get another victory, so we get another 3 points, a critical 3 points for the overall outlook of our season, as we sim an FA Cup game here against Charlton at home, which we're going to replay in the next episode, as we did draw the 1-1 with the second team. But regardless of that, we're going to face Burnley in our 5th and final game here in Turf Moor, and we have come into this game with sensational form with our first team, getting 7 points in the last 3 games. And can we do it again here against in Turf Moor? Obviously, Burnley did beat us. I think it was 4-1 or 4-2 or maybe even 4-0, the alternating fixture. This is another team that we really struggled with also in the career mode. Obviously, they were the first ever team we faced last season in this series, beating us, I think it was 1-0 or 2-1. And at the St. Mary's last season in the series opener. But regardless of that, this is our lineup, the same lineup that we've lined up all season long, with Bornau back in the lineup after he did get that red card against West Ham, which meant that Eric Garcia was in the lineup for the last game. Regardless of that, we kick off our 5th and final game of the episode with this game against Burnley at Turf Moor, and I must say, this was a tough game, back and forth action, but not in terms of highlights of shots on goal. Basically, the ball was mainly kept in the center of the area, and this is seen with the fact that 36 minutes in, and we've only had 2 highlights in this game. Mar Lamina is in charge of one of taking the shot on to Nick Pope, and denied by him, the English international, which meant that the game was still 0-0. 81 minutes in, we had a chance. Wang Yi-Chang whipping the ball for our post was a corner. But that was one of the last chances of the game, as, yeah, that was a 0-0, a very boring game from us in the 5th and final game. And I'm sorry that was that boring, but what can I do? It was a very balanced game. A lot of the football was played in the middle of the park. But because of that, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next episode, the first game that we're going to be playing is going to be in the Valley against Charlton away from home with our second team in the FA Cup. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. But as I was about to say, yeah, Luke, that's his name, Luke Rafferty, not Kyle Rafferty. I've been really proud of the support I've been getting recently, guys, as we increasingly are improving the sub count of this channel. I really am happy that you guys are enjoying the content, as I'm trying to drop more content as it goes, as this is obviously the summer break. As next year I am going to be kind of busy as I'm done with school, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope we can continue to support on these videos, guys. Share it potentially with your friends, share them with people that you know. I really am enjoying the series, and I hope that it translates to you guys. I hope that I've been getting quite some great comments from you guys saying that you guys are enjoying the series, that this is a very original series, and I really do appreciate it. That's what I'm trying to make with this series. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you for the next episode of this career mode, in episode number 17 of the Uprising career mode with me, Mr. Rattle. And peace.